Hello everyone and welcome back to One Piece. This is episodes 905, 906, 908 and 907. I said it in that order for a reason. Firstly, a reminder, or if you didn't know already, this is the same as last video. I am sick as I'm recording this video, so any coughing in the video or any other stuff, I apologize for in advance. Any like weird, like if I struggle to get to do like long discussions or anything, I'm currently sick. There you go, case in point. It's not affecting me too badly. Luckily I'm not fatigued or anything, so I can still do these videos fine. But you know, I might be coughing and stuff during this video. So yeah, we're gonna be doing, now this video is going to be different than normal because we are technically doing 4 episodes in this video, but as I said, we're doing 905, 906 and 908. Then after that, we're doing 907, and we're doing a video as well, and then also we're gonna finish the video as always with one of the One Piece songs. So there's a ton to get through, but to explain it, essentially 907 is apparently a filler episode, but Veritas, my resident One Piece guy, said that there's some reason that, you know, I should probably check it out, and it has something to do with the, I believe, 20th anniversary of One Piece or something. And then there's also a video to watch that is also, I believe, related to the 20th anniversary of One Piece. So they're just basically special episodes, special things that we're going to be checking out. And so this is a good time to do both of them. We're doing both of them. We're also doing the One Piece song at the end, on top of the 3 episodes that we're doing normally. So it's not going to be like 4 canon episodes today. It's going to be 3 canon episodes and then a bunch of extra content. So I hope it's still good with you guys. But I'm very excited to jump into this. I have been enjoying Wano a lot, and we're really early days. I mean, I think there's some good shit to come. I mean, it feels like you could do awesome stuff with Wano, and I'm really excited to see how it plays out. But we're early days. I think Kiku is amazing, and I want to see more of that character. And you know, they're setting up some villains that I'm interested in. So yeah, we're gonna jump into this. Make sure to support the video if you can, liking the video, commenting down below, and subscribing to the channel. All that stuff helps me out a lot. You can also go to my Patreon account to get not only the full-length reactions, but early access, which means you can get the next at least three or 4 weeks of One Piece reactions on there right now, which means you'll probably be around episode, let me think. You'll probably be around episode like 938 or so on there right now. So so it's like quite a lot of content that you can get ahead right now. So go check that out. But yeah, without further ado, let's jump into this. This is One Piece, episode 905. One Piece, woo! Okay, recap Rubik's. If you're new to this channel, this is the recap Rubik's Cube. It's a Rubik's Cube that I do while the recap is going on, and the goal is to beat the recap.
Luffy, Zoro.
And that's the cube complete. Just in time. This episode is going to be called Law Arrives and Gentle Parents Luffy. I swear Kiku changes size in every shot. Maybe you can conquer his haki, just the lion. Like, you might not be able to take down Hold'em, but you might be able to get the lion. Aww. It's her birthday. We don't give a shit about her ability. Yeah, they keep mentioning Shutenmaru. And Kiku knows him? The head of your thieves brigade. Atamayama. Ah. Yeah, you should listen to her. Hmm? Uh-huh. Jack. Motherfucking Jack. Yeah. Haven't we already come across him? Yeah, they're gonna think he's dead, but he was like alive, right? Alive at the bottom of the ocean or something? Oh, that was such a cool shot. I forgot how cool that was. Yeah, but he was a fish man. Well, there you go. Disaster was capitalized there. I feel like Luffy generally punches who he wants to punch, you know? Remember the Celestial Dragons? Treasure! That is what you are! Oh, Speed is here. That's pretty cool. Oh, the meat! Luffy! He's in love. Yeah. The idea of people hoarding food. And yeah, of course what it did to her. Yes! Yes! Distributing the work evenly. Good stuff. So much cracking. Huh? Oh, it's law. Hell yeah. Oh shit. Okay, so Law versus Hawkins, Zoro versus Speed, Luffy versus Hold'em. Oh boy. Oh my god, Zoro. One casual swing of the sword. Oh my god, this douchebag. Oh my god, don't you dare. Oh my god. Yes! Yes! Yeah, fuck you, dude. Fuck this lion. Tama rescued. Oh. She's so cute. Ooh. The way her legs were like, oh. Okay. Oh. Whoa. Oh, that's cool. It's one of those kinds of swords. That's kind of cool. I like those swords. Where they're kind of like a sword, kind of like a whip. Hey! Get your hands off her. Don't save her. She can handle herself. I don't know if she can in this situation. You stay right there. I'm gonna come down and beat you up. Yep, he's saying it again. He keeps telling her, like, hey, you can fight for yourself, bitch. And she can, look. Oh, it's so cool when she does. I like their dynamic. I don't know how many, if I've seen this in an anime before. The dynamic of like, hey, I'm not gonna save you. Just do it yourself. Oh, so cool. Power couple. Oh. Sorry, Speed, we're gonna take all your food. Arrrr! To help her up. Aww. You should get Tama to a safe place, I think. I guess the safest place is in your arms. Oh yeah, you tried to rip your cheek off. Oh, she's trying to be strong. Mm-hmm. Oh. Yeah, I feel like you might have to do it with her fingers. He just threw her. Let me get revenge for you. Red Hawk. Oh. It's okay, he's fine. He's so pissed. Whoa! Oh, the animation took a step up. Oh, it took a real step up. Jesus! Oh my god, that was one of the best animated Red Hawks we've gotten. And that's already a move saved for special moments. Oh, he sees Ace, of course, because it's inspired after Ace. That's really sweet. Awesome. What a great moment. That makes so much sense. Like, she sees the Red Hawk move. The Red Hawk move is a move that he developed after Ace. So, so it's a really cool moment, like, seeing her see that, and then it reminds her of Ace. Like, oh, so great. She still doesn't know that Ace is Luffy's brother, right? I wonder if she's gonna find that out at any point. Yeah, I love that. I love that so much. It's just a great moment. I love the dynamic of Kiku and Zoro because, like, it's a great dynamic of, like, I keep watching this thinking every time Kiku, like, gets caught by someone or is like not fighting, actively not fighting, you know, there's always that thing that of me going like, why isn't she fighting? Like, she could destroy these guys, it feels like. But they're actually kind of making that a point in the show. Like, it's a part of her characterization is she seems to not actively be fighting until told that she should fight. And then if she's not, she just like acts like a helpless woman. So I wonder what I wonder if we're gonna get like backstory for her or something that's gonna explain why she's more hesitant to actually step up to fight. But I like the dynamic of, like, every time she gets caught or is in trouble or whatever, Zoro's straight up saying to her, like, I'm not gonna save you. I'm not gonna do shit. Like, you got yourself held hostage. It's not my responsibility. I'm not, like, a hero. So, I like that. I think it's cool. It fits in with the themes of One Piece nicely. Oda's really good at this, where it's like, the characters in these stories aren't heroes, you know? If you watch My Hero Academia, a big part of the theming of My Hero Academia is these characters, like, being heroes, kind of have to prioritize people's lives, you know? They can't behave in unhero-like ways. So it's like, if it was My Hero Academia and someone was held hostage like that, they would kind of have to take that into account, and they would have to do something about it because they're heroes, you know? It's part of the very intentional theming of that series. But in this series, it's very intentionally themed in in a very different way, where it's like, these characters will save people because they're good people, but they're not heroes. It's not their job to save people. And a lot of the time, Oda will really push the idea of, you save people if they need to be saved and can't help themselves, but otherwise you let them handle it because it's growth for them, you know? In this series, you save people in many different kinds of ways. Sometimes that's saving their life, but sometimes that's saving them emotionally, and sometimes that's like letting them save themselves because that makes them stronger. And all of them are like valid ways to save someone. And so so I like that they keep hammering that home, and we see that a lot through Zoro and Luffy's characters, but especially through Zoro in this instance. I think I really like that. And yeah, Jack is still alive. We saw that he was like alive underwater, which someone had said to me, like, yeah, I think the teeth was supposed to be a reveal that he was a fish man. So he was actually just at the bottom of the ocean, and he could breathe underwater, but he had a devil fruit, so he sinks in water. So he just like lies at the bottom of the ocean until someone comes and gets him, I guess. It's kind of horrifying, the idea of like, you could just be stuck there and just like have to wait there until you starve, I guess. It would be kind of awful. But at least he survives, you know, and then someone else can come get him. And someone else did. And I mean, if you know, I think did he end up calling someone or something to come get him? Because I mean, I imagine if he had his snail on him, then he could just ring them up and go like, hey, I'm at the bottom of the ocean, come pick me up. But now seems like he's gonna be back, so we'll see what happens there. But yeah, let's just jump right into the next episode. This is episode 906 of One Piece. Here we go. Okay, recap Rubik's, here we go. And that's the cube complete. Okay, this episode is going to be called Tama's Awakening. Her power gets stronger. This song, so good. Also, I'm falling. Can you help? Nice. Look how happy she is. It's so cute. She really is like an adorable little sister to Luffy. Can we get her to drink sake with us as well, and then get a little sister into this family? Yep. He's stronger than you thought. Yep, it'll be okay. She seems to respect Zoro's opinion. But I mean, Zoro did like save her as soon as he saw her, so. Like back with the Yokozuna. Good. Don't panic, Tama. Yeah, he's got this. These guys are nothing. This is like in One Piece Pirate Warriors, where you can just These guys are just the random grunts. Can barely even do damage to you. Hell yeah. Oh shit! Some great animation there. Wow, nice. Even the landing animation was great. Oh, speed. He's gonna ride the horse. Oh my god. Oh my god. This is a fucking insane scene. Oh my god. Yeah, that's the thing. I want to see if it works. I said this before, like, is it possible to tame someone who's half horse? Oh, she's hungry though. She wants it. It looks good. Oh my god. Oh my god, is it gonna work? I was so curious about this before. Oh my god. Oh my god, we tamed her. Yeah. Yeah, gotta catch up with someone whose name is Speed. Okay, that's the half of her that's not. Horse Lena-chan. This is so weird. Does it look like Ace is back? Yes, it does. Wow, that's a really cool animation of Fire Fist. Big bro, you were like your bro. Aww. Tell him. Aww. She's so cute. Cutting to the mid card. Of course they are. Oh shit. I kind of like the new animation of Room. Just the blue circle looks a little cooler. Mm-hmm. He's put it together. I don't know. Yep. Shit, man. Oh my god. Have they retranslated what shambles is? It said chambrace, I think. Okay. Who do you take out? Which man's dead? There he is. Whoa. Oh yeah, this is so cool. His identity's already gone, but he's still gonna keep the mask on. Whoa! Oh, that's so cool. The way it dodges his strike and then goes back for him. I like how he had the hat on under the mask. What's up, everyone? This is our new companion. Aww. Let her eat some food. Luffy, let her eat some as well. Like, give her some. Directly. Oh my god. Give her some food. Let her taste a bit of it. Oh shit. Throwing his own men at him. Cool. That's so cool. Look at that smug face. All your men are down. Mm-hmm. Yep. He's so pissed. Yep. Yep, it's too late, Law. Things are gonna get worse. Shit, dude. Poor Law always has these plans in place and they never get followed. Climb aboard, Law. Yeah, he did climb aboard, good. He's so pissed. Nice. Nice, that was cool. Nice little fight between Law and Hawkins. It was cool to see, like, Law be able to pick up what Hawkins' deal is quickly and then, you know, immediately deal with all the proxies first. Like, he didn't... Instead of, like, going after Hawkins over and over and, like, slowly taking care of them one by one, he just dealt with the other guys first, cut out the middleman, and then went for him. I like that. I think that's cool. Poor Law, though. He genuinely has these good plans and wants them to play out in a certain way, but that's not how the Straw Hats roll, you know? We don't follow these plans like that. We might try to. I would say it's kind of surprising how well the plan on Whole Cake Island went. Even though it didn't go exactly how we wanted, we still kind of did the mission in a somewhat successful way that somewhat adhered to the plan. But a lot of the time, it really is just like, you tell Luffy to do something or to not do something, and he's going to either not do or do it, depending on the opposite of what you told him. So yeah, it's tough, but the good thing about Luffy is, even though he makes things harder, he also then cleans up all the messes he makes anyway, you know? Or at least most of them. He tends to be good for that in the end, so yeah, he's making a big mess now, but in the end, it'll come to fruition. And the thing is, like, a lot of the time, the situation is not exactly Luffy's fault. It's not just Luffy, oh, he's an idiot, so he just doesn't think about things. I do truly think Luffy, as the series goes on, thinks about things more and more and genuinely tries to consider the best way to do things. But at the same time, a lot of that means compromising who he is and doing something that goes counter to what he wants. And he's not going to do that. So, in these situations, you know, he wanted to save Tama, and also, like, Tama was kind of tortured by Hold'em. Not for long, but it was still a form of torture. And Luffy was like, yeah, I'm not fucking standing for that. This guy's getting taken down, so we can't do any more damage to someone right now. And, you know, that was something that Luffy felt like he needed to do. So yeah, he made a mess, but he made it for somewhat the right reasons. And he'll clean it up eventually. It may take 200 episodes, but he'll clean it up. So we did tame Speed. I was gonna actually, because I mentioned it in the last video or the video before. Just hold on while I blow my nose. Okay, sorry. I mentioned it in either the last video or the video before that. But, you know, she had this power of taming animals. And I think I had said, like, is it a coincidence they have this taming animals power in the same arc as where we're coming across a lot of animal people? So I was like, I wonder how it would interact with those who have taken the Zoan fruits, or maybe just the Smile fruits, you know? Like, maybe it wouldn't work on Dalton or Lucci, you know? But maybe because the Smile fruits are artificial, because they're shitty knockoff versions of devil fruits, that they that it'll more likely work on them because it makes them resemble the animal more than just like a human who has the powers of the animal. But regardless, it seems like it worked on Speed, although Speed was even more her animal than the others seem to be, in that like she kind of acted like a horse a lot. So so I wonder if personality also has to do with it, where it's like she's a bit more easily swayed because she's already kind of on the side of a horse. But if that can be the case, like, you know, can we create slowly an army of the Smile Soldiers because we have Tama on our side? I don't know. But do we have Speed on our side permanently? It'd be kind of fun. Speed's weird as fuck, but I kind of like her. She's funny, so wouldn't mind having her on our side. Just as especially since, like, you guys know if you watch this channel, I mean, you're 905 episodes into One Piece with me at this point. You know that, like, I don't tend to care about the animals that much. Like, I'll like the animals, and, like, different animals I do have varying levels of attachment to. I do still love, like, Karoo, and such. But generally, I love those animals because of their attachment to a human. So, like, Karoo I love because Vivi is my beloved, and Vivi loves Karoo so much, you know? I love Karoo through her. But generally, you know, I don't get super attached to the animals. I get more attached to human characters. But if we're gonna have a character that is like our horse, you know, and we use her to get around and stuff, but she also is a person, that's kind of cool. Like, that kind of helps me. It kind of solves my problem. So, yeah. Anyway, let's move on to the next episode. There's not much to talk about, so let's move on. We're skipping 907 for now and moving right along to 908. Here we go. Okay. Recap Rubik's. Here we go. And that's the cube complete. Okay, this episode is going to be called Law's Rage. Law kills Zoro. Oh, giving her a carrot. Of course she's gonna love it. It's not exactly his fault. Yeah. At least she takes care of her animals. Yeah, Zoro doesn't know exactly how it happens. What's he grabbing? What is this? What? Oh. It's just like clean water, is it? That's gonna be hard to carry back. It's hard enough for me to carry up a mug of tea to my room without spilling all of it. Oh, don't worry, food's coming. Full of the most delicious food you've ever seen. Oh, come on, the poor dog. Didn't know how to stop himself. Eat up! First come, first serve. Aww. Fuck off. Quick! Tama! Time to start recruiting these motherfuckers one by one. The water? Yep, here we go. Oh my god! Just crashing it down. That's gotta be amazing. Just getting clean water that you can drink to your heart's content, like when you didn't have it all this time, would be incredible. Nothing tastes better than like Nice cold water when you're thirsty. Oh. Aww. Tama's gonna grow up to be a very caring person, I bet. Because the people she looks up to are such good people. And would do so many good deeds. I'm pissed at you right now. Aww. So cute. Oh. It's so cute. This little like brother-sister relationship they've got is adorable. Yeah, Law, how can you get mad at them when it's clear that he's doing such good things, you know? I think even he's struggling to be pissed off at Luffy. Oh, they like switched bodies. She's so excited about the apple. Eat it, girl. Aww. Yeah. Oh. This is a good way to set my attachment to the arc. He's gonna change his country for her. And for him. But mostly for her. Oh wow, Ace said that exact thing. Oh, it's really sad he couldn't keep his promise, but Luffy could. But at least Luffy's saying, like, by the time I leave this country. Everyone don't cause trouble. Oh, we gonna say goodbye to Tama for now? I feel like if Law found out about her power, he would strategize ways to use it. This little crybaby, but she's a kid. Oh, she doesn't even want it just for herself. I don't want to say goodbye to Tama. How many episodes have I known this girl? Like 12 or something? I'm so incredibly attached to her. Great. Law doesn't like seeing them get rewarded for their foolishness. He's like seeing everyone thank them and is like, do you know how much trouble this caused us? She's awesome. She's very strong. Yep. And she's cool and pretty. We're keeping her. Oh shit. I mean, yeah, Zoro's got a read on her for a while. So there's something about her. Okay. The ghosts of the land of Wano. What? You'll learn. Raizo, Kinemon, Momonosuke.
事実を知ることになる
That all the people we know are dead? What? I wonder what this means. We're going to see the ghosts of Wano, and it seemed like, you know, the Kozuki clan or whatever, like the people we know, including Kinemon and such, implying they're dead. Excuse me, but I would imagine they're like graves put there to make the people think they're dead and that they can't come back or something. I don't know. We'll find out. I don't have any real major guesses for that. But this was a nice episode. It was sort of like the end of this first like arc in Wano. If you consider Wano a saga, it feels like that was the end of an arc of like the leftovers village arc or something, you know. And you know, it was a nice little arc. It was a good way to get into the saga and to sort of feel out how this is all gonna go. I'm so curious how the whole saga is gonna go, because I can't predict Oda's writing. I just can't do it. You know, I always try in a way. I always talk about like what my expectations of story are. And sometimes people will say to me like, oh, but like, you know, they heavily implied that it was going to happen through this or through this or through this, which is easy to see in hindsight. But I think people sometimes don't realize how good Oda is at like leading your expectations in different directions and not doing the easy thing. Like what's the phrase or whatever? Like a good ending. I'm paraphrasing heavily, but a good ending, like a perfect ending to something, is something which is unexpected but was inevitable. Like that is the idea, right? To end something like really nicely, it's like the audience didn't see it coming, but then once it happens, they go, of course that was gonna happen, you know? Like it just makes so much sense. This is the only way it could have gone, but they still didn't see it coming leading up to that. Oda, I feel like, is that for everything. Oda is really good at like, once you've seen how his storylines play out, it's easy to go like, well, yeah, of course, you know. Like I feel like a lot of One Piece fans will be quick to like, and I'm not just talking about people in my comments, I'm talking about like people talking to other One Piece reactors or like commenting in other One Piece discussions and stuff. I see this quite a lot where someone like will be watching the pre-time skip, like right before time skip, the like Marineford Summit War saga. They'll be watching that and they will be like, oh, so Luffy's obviously gonna beat the prison warden, or Luffy's obviously gonna gonna save Ace or do whatever, you know. And people will constantly be like, you know, why are you assuming, like, of course it doesn't make any sense for Luffy to be strong enough to beat them here, because blah, 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 or blah, 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 you know? Or, like, in Whole Cake Island, I had this where I was talking about through Whole Cake Island, you know, how we gonna beat Big Mom, how we gonna have time to do that. And then sometimes people would say, well, of course he wasn't gonna be able to beat Big Mom here. Like, some people said, because, like, they said from the start that wasn't their goal. And some people said, because, you know, it wouldn't make sense to beat Big Mom at this point in the story or whatever. But none of that's taking into account the fact that Oda wants you to think that. Like, in my opinion, I really think Oda is leading the audience to think Luffy's going to win these encounters, or Luffy's going to beat the big boss, because Oda is media savvy. Oda's probably read a bunch of manga, Oda's probably seen a lot of anime, Oda's probably seen TV shows and movies, and will, like, be inspired by that stuff. He is playing with expectations. So when when Luffy loses a lot in the Summit War Saga, you know, he loses to the Warden, he loses in Marineford, he's getting constantly beat by everyone, you know. When that happens, Oda is doing that to beat the audience down and make them think, well, now Luffy's going to stand up, and then beats them down again. Now Luffy's going to stand up. But he, like, writes it in such a way to really make you think Luffy can do it. Because, like, let's face it, media is about what the story that the writer wants to tell. And a lot of the time that means you can do all the power scaling you want. Oh, this character can't beat this character, and this character would beat this character. But a writer, I believe, could do, like, a really, really great writer could genuinely write any character beating any character in a satisfying way if they were good enough. Like, it could happen. They could come up with because they created the characters, you know. They could do any old thing to come up with that. It's really just about the story that the writer wants to tell. And they'll signpost it. And I'm not saying that you as viewers can't have predicted that was going to happen. You know, you kind of, like, you might have said, like, well, of course Luffy's going to lose in Marineford. Of course Luffy's not going to beat Big Mom in Whole Cake Island or whatever. You might have known that you might have guessed that was coming, or, like, that might have been your assumption. But I truly think, like, the show is also trying to get you on board with thinking that's not going to happen. Thinking that that Luffy is going to go in here, wreck shit, and come out completely on top. Also, because it's like sort of the protagonist effect. Like, he is the main character of our story. We know from so many hundreds of years of story writing, like, the protagonist tends to win. That just happens because it's not as fun to watch a protagonist when they lose, because then why are we following that guy? Why weren't we following the person who ends up winning? That doesn't really apply the longer a series is, you know. It works so well in One Piece because we follow Luffy, and overall he tends to win more than he loses, so it's more fun to follow him and see him lose sometimes. But if you're watching, like, a movie, if you watch, like, a 2-hour movie and you watch that movie and then the protagonist ends up losing at the end, and it was kind of all for nothing, like, it's really hard to pull an ending like that off. It can happen, you can do it for sure, but I think if you're gonna go with an ending like that, you are taking a huge risk, and it's probably going to be less satisfying and, like, and, you know, less interesting than if they just won. Even though them winning is more generic, there's a reason we take in these stories. So all this to say, I think Oda really knows what he's doing with his writing, and I think a lot of the times when I am talking about where I anticipate the story is going, the reason I'm doing that is to set you guys up for what my expectations are and how they're going to get thwarted by Oda, because he's outsmarting me at every turn. And it's not because I'm dumb. It's not because I'm gullible or anything. It's because Oda's a good writer. And I feel I'm not trying to outsmart Oda. I want to be on his roller coaster, you know? I'm not going to be sitting there in the roller coaster, crossing my arms, go like, I can tell there's safety rails on this thing. Like, it's not even scary because I know I'm not going to fall out. Like, I'm going to be sitting there holding on going, ah! This is the best moment of my life, you know? Or when people were, like, watching magic shows and they're going like, oh, I know he's using sleight of hand there. Oh, he totally pocketed that coin. Oh yeah, no, he has it behind his, I know he has it behind his finger. I can't see it, but I know he's doing that. You know, you're ruining it for yourself. So for me, I like being on the ride, but I also like, you know, as someone who, like, I went to university to study writing. I have a degree in writing. This is something I'm intensely interested in, and I love seeing the way that Oda goes about doing it. So I don't know where Wano's going. I got no idea. I know I think I know where it ends up, unfortunately, but I don't know how we get there or where it's going. And by I think I know how it ends up, I think I know what's gonna happen in the final battle because I think it was probably posted everywhere. I didn't watch it, but I see, you know, hear people talk enough, you're gonna know kind of what's happening at the end. But I truly don't know like 99% of the things. So like I'm so excited to see how this story plays out. And I just, yeah, I'm really excited. Have we got anything from our bingo card lately? I haven't even thought about this. There hasn't been a unicorn devil fruit, but there has been a horse. We're close with that. Zoro gets drunk at a bad time. No. Kaido's crew betrays him. I don't think it counts yet, but I'll think about that one because we got Horse Girl on our side right now. We work together with the government / an admiral. No. Kaido had kids with Big Mom. No. Straw Hat loses a limb. No. Major Gold Roger Lord. No. Intensely emotional song from Brook. He hasn't been in it. New character in Kaido's back. We haven't seen Kaido's backstory yet. Jinbei's not here. Usopp's not here. Big Mom fights Kaido. No. Gear 5 obviously not yet. Brook actually sees panties. He hasn't been here. Someone fails to seduce Luffy. No. Dogstone, nope. Someone, not Kaido, is a perfect counter to Gear 4. He hasn't used Gear 4 yet. Frankie, nope. Robin, nope. Shanks arrives, nope. Zoro fights the swordsman villain. No. Sanji meets another woman. No, Sanji's not here. Nami's not here. Chopper's not here. Okay, so no, not really. The closest we've done is the Kaido's crew betrays him. That's close. It's on the line. I'm not gonna count it yet. I might change my mind on that in the future. But we'll say no for now. Anyway. So yeah, great episode. I think we're going to move on to... Okay, so we're not moving on to the next episode. That was the last canon episode we're doing in this video. But we're going to do 3 more things in this video. So there's still quite a bit of video left. There's the filler episode. There's the 20th anniversary, like 20th anniversary video or something that I don't know what it is, but I'm going to be watching a video. And there's also the One Piece song that we're going to be doing. So... we're going to start with either the episode or the video. I don't quite know which one yet. Hold on. Okay, I've decided we're going to start with the video first, since technically Veritas told me like I can watch it like a week ago or something, and I forgot. So because this one's more overdue, we'll watch this one first, then we'll watch the filler episode. And then we'll do the song. So let's check out this video. Going back. Subete Arekara. I can't read that fast enough. Story of East Blue, 1999. It's insane. I was 2 years old. It actually might be good to see the years that all this happened. Oh. I'll never lose again. Man, the voice acting. Oh god. Just get it. 2001. Kind of wild to think that the show was on for 2 years before Chopper joins, you know? Oh my god, the Vivi punching scene makes their montage? Hell yeah. Oh, it's one of my favorite moments in the series. Story of Belle. Is Shadow in the sky? There it is. There's so much iconic imagery in One Piece. My favorite saga. Still to this day, I think. It's hard to beat, man. Water 7 saga was so special. I just love the colors of this arc as well. Like, looking at the animation here. Oh, the show looks really good at this point in the series. That's never gonna not make me cry. Thriller Bark is 2008. So crazy. Oh my god, I love the music ramping up for these intense parts of the story. God damn, Marineford 2010. So I was 13 years old while Marineford was going. They're really just putting everything that's made me cry back to back, huh? 2013 Punk Hazard. Dressrosa 2014. And they're speeding through these bits, huh? Ironic that they're spending the least time on Dressrosa when that was like the most stretched out part of the show. Whole Cake Island was 2017. Yep. Hell yeah. That's so cool. 2019 Wano. Story of Wano is coming. Cool. What a cool build up. Nice. Just like a very nice way to just like get a good vibe for the entire series so far. Really get me like it's nice to see all of that play out. To be able to refeel those emotions, although to be fair, I also do, you know, watch other people's reaction videos to One Piece sometimes, and I'll sometimes rewatch parts of One Piece. Like you know, if you already weren't convinced enough that I do truly love this show, like that I'm actually fully on board with it. I mean, like I openly admit to people how much I love One Piece. Even if I can sort of sense that, like, that they might find it kind of lame. they might find me being so into One Piece lame. Doesn't matter to me, you know. I just like unabashedly I love this series, and I will tell people that I love this series, and I talk about it with a lot of people. And so I also consume One Piece content that I'm able to consume off camera as well, and most of that's just like reaction videos to episodes, excuse me, that I've seen before, or you know, rewatching stuff that I've seen before. But yeah, like I love this fucking series, you know. Like the live action One Piece I've probably rewatched like 15 times. Like I've watched that show a fuck ton, you know. I recommended it to so many people. I watched it with my family. Like I love that stuff. The Robin I Want to Live scene, I've probably seen that 30 times and it still makes me cry. There's certain scenes in anime that like every time, you know, unless I watch it like back to back to back in the same day, every time it hits me again and I still cry. And it's like that scene is one. In My Hero Academia, there's a scene in season 2 where Uraraka's talking to her parents on the phone, or her dad on the phone, and that scene makes me cry constantly, you know. But One Piece has a few of them, like the Vivi scene as well. Nami's Tasukete scene will do it. I'm sure there's like one or two that I'm forgetting that like do it every time. Like some of them make me cry sometimes, you know, like the Merry goodbye scene will sometimes make me cry, and sometimes I can handle it. but yeah, there's certain ones that like no matter what, just something about it. And the Robin I Want to Live is like the voice acting in that scene, her primal scream there is one of my favorite performances ever. And I really love the dub version as well. Like not to like say, oh, the sub's the only way you can do it. The dub version makes me cry as well. It all makes me cry. I love it. So yeah, that was the video. So now we're going to go and watch the filler episode. I don't know what to expect here, but I will say the episode is called Romance Dawn. So, and I shouldn't have looked at that, but I just realized it's a One Piece episode. I shouldn't have looked at the title, but I think I was kind of checking to see if I was looking at the right thing, and I saw it was called Romance Dawn. What am I to expect here? Because we're not just going to rewatch the Romance Dawn part of the story, are we? Like, I don't know. It's not just going to be a recap, is it? Let's find out. Let's jump into it right now. Okay. What do we got? A Luffy slightly different from the one in One Piece. What? I hope it's actually Deku. Romance Dawn. I don't know what to expect here. But it looks like it's not just gonna be recap. What the fuck? Someone just shoot that bird out of the sky? It's a panda bird. Nah, you got a hole in your boat. What the? Who's this? Was that a blue-haired Nami? What the fuck? Is that a blue-haired Nami? What's going on? Is that Brooke's voice actor? That sounded like Brooke. Well, that's certainly Nami. Anne! 6 Hones Spiel? I kind of like this blue-haired Nami. Oh my god. It's a very odd design. It's absolutely Brooke's voice actor. Didn't they say this was a different kind of Luffy? He seems like the same old Luffy to me. Maybe he's a Luffy that actually is attracted to women and will flirt with Nami. I mean Anne. I don't know who this Nami is. Ruku. A balloon. Aww. Seems like you could have done this story with Vivi and Karoo, couldn't you? They already have a connection and Vivi already has blue hair. There's an army in her though. The Peace Mains? Huh. Morganese. What the fuck? So they've just got a whole new lore? What? There's just a whole new lore for this one episode. So Garp's like a special kind of pirate in this one? That's so weird. It's the opposite. So did he get given the hat from Garp? He's gonna eat it. Oh, there you go. True. True. Like, if I wasn't able to swim, my life wouldn't change that much. Oh, he doesn't want to become a pirate. Aww. Well, then do it. You don't need to swim. This is such a weird episode. It's like them showing the show if it was written by a different writer. You just gave the writer the same basic concept. It's like they're keeping it a secret how Luffy did it. But why bother? We know how he did it. Obviously, Anne doesn't know, but... Shush! Oh, fuck. Oh, he's got bad aim, so it's good. Nah, he just wants entertainment. Oh, damn, look at this! Look at this! A Nami one-on-one combat fight scene. And she's acting like Tashigi. Oh my god. Mm-hmm. Okay. Great. I'm leaving. Oh, fuck. Oh, shit. I feel like Brooke's voice actor is good at playing, like, douchebags when he wants to. His voice can be very frustrating when he uses it well. It was the same thing with, like, Sabo's dad, right? What the fuck? Oh my god, it's so weird. Look at that. Cute. Why are you lying down bleeding? Oh, he's taking it and shooting it back. Oh, the hat. Holy shit. Oh. Oh my god, he's like a fucking waffle. I don't know how else to describe it. Well, that was easy. I wonder if this was the pilot, how interested I would have been. It's hard to know. Holy shit. I mean, pretty good plan from that guy, honestly. Oh shit. It'd be so funny if they just let him die here and this is just an alternate universe where he just loses immediately. Aww. Oh, but Balloon. Oh. So you could just, yeah, just be your friend. That's really sad. Put the hat on her head. No, okay. They're not at that point in their relationship yet. Oh my god, that's pretty cool. Whoa! You're about to get fucking punched so hard, dude. Oh. Yeah, Balloon will go back to Anne. Oh, cool. That's so cool. He's just waiting for his hand to catch up. That's great. I don't know if they've done that with Luffy ever. That's awesome. Whoa. What a beautiful shot. Thank you, Balloon. Grabbing him by the head like early One Piece. Cute. Aren't you two gonna join each other's crew? Guess not. She just wants to be with her friend. Nice. They just finished the story there. Alright. what a cool but odd episode. It's so strange. The idea of like, let's just do an episode that's set in an alternate universe, but it's gonna be kind of like a pilot for the show, but as if it was done differently. It genuinely feels like I jumped into an alternate universe. And like there's just like the tiniest changes, the butterfly effect in the alternate universe. It's just like, it's almost like seeing, sometimes you'll see like an episode 0, like a first draft that a writer had for the series, where you'll hear of like the plans that a writer originally had and ended up changing at the last minute for one reason or another. Maybe editors said this would be better, or they had different ideas. And I mean, it happens with like basically every series. Like you hear it constantly, like Breaking Bad, you hear Vince Gilligan was like, oh yeah, Jesse was supposed to just be like a small time character that is only in the first season or whatever. But then the writer's strike happened. He's supposed to die by the end of the first season or whatever, but the writer's strike happened before that could happen. And at that point, it was like, well, Aaron Paul's such an incredible actor. You're going to take this guy off the show? He's such a, like, essential part of this show's DNA now. So that ended up not happening, I believe in My Hero Academia, I think Uraraka was supposed to be more like Mount Lady. I think she was supposed to have, like, that sort of power base and maybe even similar to that design. But like, I think the idea was like the destruction of having like a gigantification power was like not something he wanted to ride around. So like changed it to being Uraraka with zero gravity. Like there's lots of examples of like writers having changed things at the last minute. And you can sometimes see like their initial drafts or sometimes it'll even be like a pilot episode that was actually released somewhere that someone made, and then you see the actual first episode made after that, and it's like very, very different. So this kind of feels like that, where it's like there's a universe where this could have been what One Piece's episode 1 was, and yet, like, it wouldn't have been better. Like this seems like all these decisions are slightly less interesting. But it was still cool to see. I enjoyed it. So yeah, I wonder why they did this. I wonder, like, I enjoyed it, but I wonder what the thinking behind it was. But yeah, that was very cute. That was a cute episode. I liked, getting a blue-haired Nami into my arsenal, into my head. Because, like, I'd like a trading card of Anne. I think that'd be cool. Anyway, okay, that is the filler. Now let's move on to one of the songs. So this will be how we end the video. Let's check out one of the One Piece songs. Okay, this is a Miss Goldenweek and Mr. 3 song called Little Garden Museum. I'm excited to hear this. I imagine Mr. 3 is gonna sound strange. I can't imagine him like singing well and in character. I imagine he's going, oh no, no, no. So let's see. Let's jump into the thing. Clicking play in 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, fun so far. It's about what I expected it to be. And hers is about how cute I expected hers to be. The instrumentation is always surprisingly good in these songs. Honestly, this kind of fits his voice. Like the fact that he's getting to like talk sing, and so is she, honestly. He's doing a bit of singing. It's cute. A lot of these actors have like a good chemistry together. Their voices match each other nicely. That's not an answer. It's fun how they're also doing like kind of a comedy skit within the song. It's fun. Cute. What a cute song. I liked that. That was fun. These songs are perfect because they're just like the perfect length. I mean, the problem is like, you know, editing them for YouTube is kind of a bitch because I edit them. I know that they tend to be cut up like quite a lot in kind of an annoying way. You can always go to my Patreon account and like sync it up with your own footage and watch it over there with me, and so you can hear the whole song with me at the same time. That's the ideal way for these songs, especially, to take it in. But you know, like it kind of sucks because on YouTube, the songs are more likely to get hit with copyright and stuff. So I have to be more careful and more strict with the thing. But it's so nice. Just like they're the perfect length. They're just like, it gives me the exact amount that I want. I just get to bob along with it. I have a good time. And I hear some characters doing goofy stuff. So I enjoyed that a lot. Next time we're gonna get a Chopper song, which I'm looking forward to. I think, you know, I think it could be great. I mean, I know there's the Chopper, Tony Chopper song, but I don't think that's this upcoming song. But that song's always stuck in my head. So yeah. Anyway. That was the songs, and that was my video. So thank you for joining me for this. I don't know if this video is necessarily going to be longer than the average video. I think it should be. But for this video where I had a bunch of extra stuff in it, thank you for joining me. If you joined me to the end, you are a real one. You're a real fan, and you will have a badge coming for you in the mail. You don't need to put your address anywhere. I've got it. I've got your address. But thank you for joining me. Make sure to support this video if you can, liking, commenting, and subscribing. Go to my Patreon account for the full-length reactions and early access. You can get the next 3 or so weeks of One Piece content on my Patreon account right now. You can also join my YouTube membership down below to get 1 week early on edited videos. But thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.